What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League yet again, and the deafening silence. So there's been a lot of talk around this game, not by Rocksteady, specifically over, well, I would say the last couple weeks, and things I feel like are heating up in the wrong way. Today, there was the article even from Paul Tassi, who I got nothing against the guy. I know there's shots being taken and different opinions on him. That's totally fine, whatever you think. But talking about, hey, is this game even looking like it could last a full year? But it's in my opinion, it was not like this overly aggressive and hating kind of thing on Suicide Squad. I think it was a very honest look, and it's what I try to do as well with this game. Look, if you're still playing it, if you're having fun, that's totally fine. I've never been against that idea. You do what you want with your money. You play the games you want to enjoy. I truly, truly respect that. I got nothing to say against it. I can have my own opinions, though, and you can have your own opinion. And right now, I think it is a good time to talk about this game because here we are, February 29th. We even get that extra day, which makes it maybe even more worse, right? So tomorrow is March 1st. Tomorrow is the first day of a month where the next season, or actually not even, first season, season 1 of the game starts. And this is where I would say this is just a big problem with whatever department you want to blame it on, whether it's promotion or marketing. I sometimes get the different phrases kind of mixed up, but whoever's job it is to get people excited for the future of this game either doesn't exist at Rocksteady or is doing a terrible job. Now I got to be honest, and this is something I'd like to throw in beyond even just the talk of the game. And again, not to get too negative, I speculate, I would theorize that they are having, not just Rocksteady, but like those above them, I think they are having serious conversations of what the future of the game is right now. And that is, and I will say this, that is why we haven't gotten anything. It's what I'd like to believe, and it's also, in my opinion, what makes the most sense. This game, in my opinion, did not do well. I know there's been the comparisons of Steam database, and then people say, well, people don't play it on Steam. Okay, well, that's fine. Well, then you look at the charts, and yeah, it was high on PlayStation, then it completely fell off. It's not even the top 50 on Xbox anymore. The point that I'm making, the point that I think a lot of people are making, the game just didn't sell all that much. And I don't think you have to like throw people under the bus. I don't think you have to get aggressive at each other, for saying that out loud. I think that is honestly the case. And you could say it's sad, it's deserved, however you want to, because there's many people that think that, right? That's totally cool. But where I stand on it from the viewpoint of they are not saying anything, and it is a terrible, terrible look, regardless of what is actually going on. Now, again, I'd like to throw in why I think they're doing it. I think they're doing it because the game probably came well, no, you don't even need to think this through. And in fact, they said it themselves. Now, we talked about it. Maybe WB had way too high of expectations. That's totally fine. But like I actually said in that video, that does matter, and you could say, like, whose fault is that? That's totally cool. But the case is, like, what the actual truth is WB said that. The game fell below their expectations. Yeah, you could say that they're the idiots for thinking that it was going to do so much better than it actually did. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, though. They say it didn't do good. So it didn't do good. That's all, sadly, that's really all there is to it. So you don't even have to think that all the way through, in my honest opinion. They told us that the game didn't do all that well. I imagine that they are having meetings daily saying, okay, well, the plan was to support this thing for a year and a half, 2 years. We have content ready for this game for a good full year, let's say, right? Say Rocksteady saying that, hey, we got about a year's worth pretty much almost done. Some of it is completely done. Some of it's almost done, right? And I imagine that's the back and forth right now. Now, does that excuse the very close upcoming thing? That part is a little bit more shaky, right? Because I can excuse some of it, the reason why they're not out there promoting it even more, and actually just at all, right? Because they really aren't promoting it. Why are they doing it? I think it's because of that. But regardless of that, it's still a terrible look. The next season is right now. It could be next week. It could be 2 weeks from now. It could be 3-4 weeks from now. But guess what? It's still in the month, and it's still upcoming. And regardless of that, the game is out. And yeah, you can have these arguments over how well the game did. it doesn't really matter. In fact, you know what? I'll bring in the game that I keep bringing up for all these, even though it's maybe not the perfect comparison, but it's Crash Team Rumble, a game that I actually really liked, but nobody played, okay? And it probably shouldn't have existed in the first place, but I do think it's actually a legitimately good game. Why do I bring it up? That game, I do think, was dead day one. I really don't think there was a lot of people that bought that game. Again, you can debate and talk. I don't really care. The point that I'm making is the anticipation and the excitement from Toys for Bob, that never changed. You wouldn't be able to tell if this game had 10 players daily or 10,000 players daily. They always acted the same online, and they were always active. Again, it didn't matter if it was the most successful or least. Honestly, when you're promoting something that's a live service that goes on forever, screw what it actually is doing. Lie. Not necessarily lie, but always look on the positive. If you're trying to get people for future seasons or to play the game every day, lie through your teeth. If that's what you think you're doing. If that's not what you think you're doing, then just promote the freaking game, right? Just talk about it. Just post clips. Say, hey, look at this cool thing. Look at this cool thing. Hey, don't forget Joker comes out. Say that daily. Say that every other day. Say that every third day. The fact that they haven't said it at all is really alarming. I guess it's also maybe not shocking because they never really, there was the previews and things like that, right? And they did the tech test, and then they let people talk about it, and that was a good move, I personally believe. But Rock's, the Twitter kind of thing, and even YouTube, whatever you want to say, yeah, they did the developer diaries, but overwhelming, especially outside of the developer diaries, they were atrocious with these there should have been daily updates. There should have been some sort of marketing campaign on Twitter where every day or two you are posting a new thing. I could bring up, Spider-Man, I think, is a good case for. Insomniac goes nuts. They do things daily for 3 months for Miles, for Spider-Man. You could actually look at, you know what? Let's look at another WB game. How about Hogwarts Legacy? I think a bigger, established thing right there, Wizarding World, and just how well Hogwarts Legacy did. If you notice what they did, oh my God, they also went insane. They were posting the most basic of info 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks before the game comes out. Stuff that really didn't move the needle all that much that I said out loud. But guess what? I covered it every day. People talked about it every day. People liked and retweeted it every day. Now, did that matter in the grand scheme of things? Maybe some a little bit more than others, but they did it. This studio, Rocksteady and Suicide Squad in general, where is whether it's fake or whether it's legitimate, they believe in their own product, where is that confidence? Where is that push? Right now, I'm starting to get actually more mad. And to be honest with you, I haven't played this game in 2-3 weeks. I don't really care all that much. Now, I did say, and I do actually mean it, I'll go back. When Joker's DLC comes out, I'm back for a couple days. We'll see. I've never promised some outlandish thing. I've never tried to mislead or lie in terms of what I'm looking for from this game. I feel like I'm good, in terms of what I've said, out loud to you guys, but I'll be back. Where is the hype? Again, it doesn't even have to be real hype. Where is the fake hype then? And you know what? Now that we're getting these articles and now that we're getting this talk, it's getting worse. For a game like this, you have to, you can rely on the fan base, but especially a game that's struggling and very publicly struggling, right? Because there's talk of the numbers, there's talk of the sales, there's talk of this and that, there's talk of the mixed reception when the game came out. Especially when you have a game like this. Yeah, the community always needs to help. In the modern day social media age, community helps so much. It can keep Hogwarts Legacy can be popular 3 years before the game comes out thanks to people like us talking it. True, that's how it goes. But you know what? If they give you absolutely nothing and the product was very mixed just in general, you can only do so much. The community can only help you so much. You have to give a little. And how do you, in this case, how do you give a little? Just show it. Just show just the Joker parts of that last Insider episode. Put it together in some 30, 40-second sizzle reel, the gameplay. Put it online every other day. That's what I do that. And honestly, a thing we said but kind of skimmed over, tomorrow's March 1st. It could happen any day. Where's the release date? I don't care if it's in 3 weeks from now. Give us the release date for it. Unless you're not feeling confident. Unless the DLC is actually not coming out anymore, which that would be atrociously bad. Now, do I expect this game to make it to a year after all that we've speculated and assumed and thought and all? I don't know. I predicted, a little while ago, I think the game will last 1 year and they'll end it at 1 year. With how crazy the gaming industry has been, and I say crazy in terms of like trigger happy with, hey, you make one mistake, you make one bad game, you're done. Or the economy is so poor, we need to lay off like half of you. It's so bad in the industry that I would not put it past them that they would say the entire thing's canceled. We're done. We're not doing it anymore. And whether Rocksteady suffers consequences beyond that, like they have people being laid off, they get shut down. We've talked a little bit about that, right? But I at least thought they'd make it 1 year. The game was kind of, at least from what we've heard, right? The game was definitely supposed to last longer, maybe like 2.5 years. Now, 1 year. Now, like even current time at this point in the night, I don't know. Like, does it make it a month or two? It better. It absolutely should, because the base game for what we got, I don't know. I think this game really does need DLC to start to help it down the line. And if it doesn't even get the chance to do it, you could argue if it deserves the chance, or if it, that's totally fine. But like the game needs the DLC. And if it doesn't get it, that's going to make the entire conversation of this game, that much worse. So I don't know. Look, here's the thing too. I'm not like here to fear monger and stuff. It is very possible that tomorrow, that Monday, that next Friday, they say, hey, Joker's DLC is, March, I think the 19th is a Tuesday, March 19th, right? They just drop it. Now, again, like, where's the build-up? Where is the daily kind of connection with people? Where is just talk from them about how, again, like, even if the game didn't do well, lie about it. Just make the positive, like, focus just on the positives then. If you heard 500 people say that the game is great, shout that out, say that. You know what I mean? You don't have to focus on the negatives if you don't want, but where is anything from these people? Again, I think a large amount of it is panic and meetings, and hey, we don't even know if this game is going to last 6 months, considering the game didn't do well. They're telling us that. We're having meetings with WB every day. Like, I imagine that's absolutely happening, right? So I get it. They are probably distracted, and rightfully so, with the the situation going on. But I don't know. It just continues to look bad. And do you really need that for a game that's? And I know people like it. I've seen it. I think some of it's fake, but I think a lot of it is also real. But I will say, the game has already been extremely mixed across. Nobody can argue, right? I really hope there's nobody that would argue with me that the game is factually a very mixed game, all things considered. Do you really want to add this to that? You already have so many things that can divide the community and divide people that bought the game or didn't buy the game. You already have a laundry list of things. Do you really want to add absolutely no build-up, no anticipation, and no communication of the next upcoming season that's supposed to be this month? Do you want to add that to the list of problems with this game? Do you really want to go there? That's not what you need. And so I don't know why they haven't done it. So we'll end it there. I'll end up just saying the same things over and over. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.